What's up, guys? Nick here, and welcome back to our Top 10 Tuesday. Today I'm going to be discussing the top 10 games I feel like should be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, for this list, I decided to do it because the Nintendo Switch is coming out in 3 days, and I'm really hyped up for it. But I decided to make a list of the games that I feel like should be on the Nintendo Switch, kind of based off of the controls and the power that the Switch has, like being able to have handheld, having a touchscreen, and having the gyroscope controls and also the IR camera. So with that, most of the games are going to be based off of having controls that are unique to the Switch and that I feel like should work with the Switch. So with that said, let's go ahead and start this list with number 10. At number 10 we have Mario Party. Now, I feel like Mario Party could be a really good game for the Switch, mainly because of all the different controller types and all the different special things in the Switch, like the gyroscope controls, the IR camera, and all those cute little stuff could be really cool and be used very well for a Mario Party game, kind of like how they did with 1-2 Switch. But the reason it's at number 10, mainly because the Mario Party series isn't really looking too well, mainly because of Mario Party 9 and 10, which made the game into a 4-player multiplayer into one cart, and it's not the typical Mario Party that everyone used to know and love. And so, if they do put on the Switch, I feel like that Nintendo would make it into a Mario Party 9 or 10, which is not really that good. And also because 1-2 Switch kind of has all the mini games that I would expect in a Mario Party game, so I don't think they'll be redoing some of those in a Mario Party fashion, but maybe something similar to it. But again, I feel like that Mario Party is completely ruined as a series from 9 and 10. I think Nintendo will keep doing that. So that's the reasons at number 10. Anyway, on to number 9. At number 9, I have Pikmin. Now, the reason I put Pikmin on this list is because Pikmin 4 got announced basically 2 years ago, and they said they were almost done with the game, but yet we don't really have any more news about it. Like, they never really told us, and we don't know if that Pikmin 3DS game is the Pikmin 4 that we were waiting for, and if it was, then it's pretty bad, and hopefully they cancel it, and instead they go with the Switch. And I feel like the reason I put Pikmin so low on this list is because we do kind of have confirmation of Pikmin 4, and there is going to be a Pikmin game on the 3DS, so that's kind of the reason why it's so low on this list. Also because I don't really feel like there would be a control scheme for this game. I mean, I know that there's going to be some games that are going to be completely based off a handheld mode where you can use the touchscreen, and you can only use the touchscreen, so maybe that could be a thing, but I feel like it should also be on the TV, but I don't really know how it's going to play, because usually people like to play with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, where they have the sensor bar and they can point at the enemy or whatever it is. But here on the Switch, you can't really do that, so it would be kind of like the GameCube, where the GameCube controls weren't really that well, and I really like the Wii Remote and Nunchuck better. But who knows, maybe with the IR camera, we'll be able to like put hand signals to like charge or to like wait and tell your Pikmin what to do with the IR camera or something like that. So there's possibility, and I don't know, it would be really cool to see the Pikmin series on the Switch. At number 8 we have Kirby. Now, the reason I put Kirby on this list is mainly the fact that Kirby is one of Nintendo's biggest mascots, right under Link and Mario. So I feel like he does deserve a game on the Switch, especially in the first year of the Switch's release. But the fact that Kirby Planet Robobot came out early in the summer this year, and also the fact that Rainbow Curse came out a year before, I feel like that there's a very low chance. But then again, it's a year gap between Rainbow Curse and Planet Robobot, so there is definitely a chance of having another Kirby game on the Switch. And I feel like they could do a lot of cool things with it. Maybe they'll make Kirby into a true 3D game, like they did with the minigame in Planet Robobot, where you actually had a 3D environment and actually fought as enemies in 3D, which was really cool. And hopefully maybe they add a game like that, or maybe even have Kirby Air Ride back. Either one. Just I really want a Kirby game on the Switch, and I feel like that it could be really well done on the Switch, especially because Kirby originated on a handheld, and seeing him on a handheld and a console would make a lot of sense. Anyway, on to number 7. At number 7, we have WarioWare. Now, the reason I put WarioWare on this list is because it has the kooky, weird mini games that everyone knows and loves, and I feel like it could be really well done on the Switch with all the controller types and all the different things that you can do with the Switch. With the IR camera, there could be a lot of cool things with that, and also the motion controls. And I feel like it could be really well done, just like Smooth Moves. And the reason this is higher, and it's higher than Mario Party, is mainly because of the fact that we really haven't had a WarioWare game since Game & Wario, and that wasn't really a real WarioWare game. So the one before that was Smooth Moves, which was in 2007. So we really had to have a WarioWare game in a while, and here on the Switch I feel like would be a really well opportunity to do so, especially having another player with the Joy-Con in handheld mode. It could be really well done, and multiplayer can work very well, and I feel like it just could be a really well done game with the Switch's controls and stuff. Anyway, on to number 6. At number 6 we have Pokemon. Now, the reason I put Pokemon on this list is mainly because the main series game of Pokemon is on a handheld. And so, since the Switch is both a handheld and a console, it makes a ton of sense that the main series Pokemon game should be on the Switch because it's half handheld. So, with that, we would have pretty awesome graphics of HD Pokemon, and it would run really smoothly. But the reason it's so low on the list is because we just got Pokemon Sun and Moon a couple months ago, and so we're probably not getting a new Pokemon game of the main series in a while. But in the meantime, maybe Pokemon will make a spin-off, like maybe Pokemon Snap 2 or a Pokemon Stadium game. But in all things, to be honest, I really want another main series Pokemon game, even if it's just a reboot, maybe 4th gen or something else. I don't really know, but I really do think that Pokemon should definitely be on the Switch. Anyway, on number 5. At number 5, we have Advance Wars. Now, the reason I put Advance Wars on this list is because we really haven't had a real Advance Wars game in a while, and I'd like to see it come back. Also, the fact that you can have multiplayer in this game would be really cool with the Switch, especially with handheld mode, because you could just give one of the Joy-Cons to one of your friends and basically just have a giant chess game, but with guns and tanks and all that stuff. Maybe they'll shorten the time limit or something like that, so that it's not kind of endless like it is in the multiplayer in Advance Wars. But I really want to see a new Advance Wars game because it's such a great series. I'd love to see it return on the Switch. At number 4, we have Kid Icarus. Now, the reason I put Kid Icarus on this list is because I absolutely loved Kid Icarus Uprising, with the story, the gameplay, the different weapons, all the cool things that you can do in that game. I absolutely loved, and I would love to see it on the Switch with HD graphics, and also the fact that a lot of people complained on the controls and how they hated it on the 3DS, but with the Switch, there's so many different controller possibilities that you will not be frustrated with the controls, but just have a great time and experience such a great game. Even if they just remake Uprising on the Switch, I wouldn't be mad, but having a new one would be even better, and that's why I want it on the Switch. Anyway, on to number 3. At number 3, we have Metroid. Now, the reason I put this on this list is mainly the fact that the last entry, being Metroid Prime Federation Force, was such a disappointment, and I feel like Nintendo should definitely redeem themselves with Retro Studios and make a Metroid Prime 4, or even the canceled project Metroid Dread, or even a new Metroid game that is better than Federation Force. I wouldn't even be mad if they made a Metroid Prime or Metroid Other M too, as long as they fix the story. Because Metroid Other M wasn't really that bad of a game. It was really the story that was the bad part. So I really want a Metroid game on the Switch, but the fact that we don't really have a sensor bar and the controls of Metroid Prime Trilogy, being able to point with the Wii Remote, is gone, sadly. I feel like they should make a new control scheme that is maybe different from the GameCube version, but they definitely should make a new Metroid game that will just redeem themselves from Other M and Federation Force. And Samus is one of Nintendo's main mascots. It's really a shame that she really hasn't been seen since Other M, and that was in 2010. So yeah. Anyway, on number 2. At number 2, we have FZero. Now, the reason I put FZero on this list is mainly because of the fact that FZero really hasn't had a real game since the GameCube version, which was FZero GX, which was made 14 years ago. So, it's really a shame that we haven't really seen Captain Falcon in a racing game, especially because in the Smash Brothers, which most kids probably won't even know where Captain Falcon is from, other than Smash Brothers. So they really should make an F-Zero game on the Switch, and I wouldn't even be mad if they made a remake of F-Zero GX. And I know that there's a spin-off kind of, which is like the Fast Racing series, but there really isn't a story in any cutscenes like there was in F-Zero GX, which I really loved. And I really love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I wouldn't be mad if they made a remake, but it would be even better if they made a sequel, just like I said with Kid Icarus Uprising, and it would be really awesome to see on the Switch. And I know Miyamoto said that he didn't have an F-Zero game on the Wii U because of the controls, but since the Switch has so many different controller options, I feel like at least one of them would work for F-Zero on the Switch. Anyway, on to number 1. At number 1, we have a new Mother game. Now, the reason I put this on this list is kind of the same fact that I said with F-Zero GX, is because kids probably won't know who Ness or Lucas is because they're in Smash Brothers, but they don't really know what true game they're from, which is Mother 3 and Earthbound. And here in the US, we really haven't had a new Mother game since Earthbound, which was in 1995, I think. And so we haven't really had a Mother game in 22 years. So that's kind of crazy. And to be honest, I kind of do want Mother 3 to be on the Switch because it's such a great game, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I wouldn't be mad though if they skipped it though and made a better game, which is Mother 4. But I really want them to add Lucas because a lot of people don't know who Lucas is because Mother 3 was never released in the States. So yeah, I really hope that they add this game to the Switch, or even a remake, and maybe use some of the controls, like maybe the IR camera, and you can like maybe put a palm, and that would be like PK freeze, or maybe you put a fist, and that's like PK rockin', or maybe you do a peace sign, like to pose for Fuzzy Pickles, or something cool like that, which would be awesome to see on the Switch. And it makes sense because both Mother 1 or Mother 2 was on a console, and Mother 1 was on a console, and Mother 3 was on a handheld. So seeing it on the Switch, which is a handheld and a console, would make complete sense, and I would absolutely love it if they added either Mother 3 or a completely new Mother game. Anyway, that is my list of the top 10 games I feel like should be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you guys agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Maybe make your own list in the comments also of what you feel like should be on the Nintendo Switch. If there's anything I missed, let me know about that too. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more Top 10 Tuesdays right here on Tell Nick.